Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3 Wrecked is finally here, and I gotta say, I don't care what anyone says, I am having so much fun with this season. I can't really explain why I do. I am dying way more often than I do at the launch of a season, okay? I am dying left and right from the craziest ways possible, but I am just loving this season so much. First up, let's talk about what I thought of Season 2 at first. I really liked Season 2 a lot. It's in my top 5, but I was playing the game significantly less towards the end of the season, even during the Star Wars update. Normally, I love the Star Wars updates. They're so much fun to me, and this update was just okay. And I was skeptical about Season 3 because recently the Season 3s have been kinda mid and even bad. So I was extremely worried, despite the fact that it was one of my favorite themes, post-apocalyptic, and I was getting really worried when I found out cars were going to be a huge part of this season. I was just super skeptical about this. But then the season launched, and oh my gosh, this is probably the most fun I've had on a season launch in a while, okay? Probably since Chapter 3 Season 1. It's been a while since I've had this much fun on a season launch. It's just absolutely insane, okay? Let me talk about the Battle Pass real quick. First up, we have the Mechanist. She's a really good Tier 1 skin. I like her a lot. I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10. Then we have Rust, and I gotta say, he's definitely gonna be my main coming forward. He's just so clean. The Metallica shirt goes so well with him. I'm gonna give him 10 out of 10. Next, we have Peabody, and I will not stand for this hate. It's a really good meme skin. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Next, we got Ringmaster Scar, and I'm sorry, this skin is just terrible, okay? And the edit style makes it a little bit better, but it's still not a good skin. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. T60 Power Armor is up next, and let me start off by saying I am not a Fallout fan, but I still think the skin is really clean, but it's just so bulky, so I'm just gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Next, we have Bright Raider. Oh my days. Sorry, I got distracted. She's a 9 out of 10. I really like her design. It's super clean. I don't really care that it's a Bright Raider reskin. It doesn't really matter that much to me. Next, we have Megalodon, and once again, this is such a good skin, but it's just so bulky, so once again, 8 out of 10. And then we have Magneto, and while we don't have his full set, I still think he's pretty cool. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. And that's really the whole Battle Pass. Overall, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really good Battle Pass. Okay, Battle Pass out of the way. Next, let's talk about the map. The map is really good. We got a bunch of cool new POIs. We got Redline Rig, Brutal Battleground, I think that's what it's called, and then Nitro Dome. And these POIs are so much fun. And what's even more cool is you can just land at these POIs without having to fight the boss, because sometimes the bosses will just like walk around the map. They're not staying in that one area like the other bosses in the past seasons. They can go around whenever they feel like it. And this just makes the gameplay so much more fun because I can just land at the POIs and loot up without having to worry about fighting the bosses or the henchmen or anything like that. It's kind of weird. But speaking of the bosses, I mean, I'm really liking them so far. There's only 3, but the mythics are pretty good. Combat Shotgun, Combat AR, which by the way, the Combat AR isn't in the loot pool yet. It's just the mythic version, which is kind of weird. And then the mythic Boom Bow, or Boom Bolt. Yeah, the Boom Bolt, that's what it's called. I really like them. They're pretty fun to use, but the medallions are super cool. We have one that gives you shield, we have one that gives you infinite nitro, and one that gives you infinite ammo, and I really like this medallion a lot. I hope they keep it in future seasons. It's just really it's a cool medallion. I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, speaking of which, nitro. Nitro is so much fun to use. You can use it to power up your cars and yourself, which I don't know how that works. Why are we eating fuel? That's not realistic. I take it back. This season's a 0 out of 10. Lack of realism. Real talk though, I really do like the Nitro. It's kind of a combination between the Slap Juice and the Banana of the Gods. It's really cool. I love it a lot. And while we're on the topic of Nitro, we have to talk about cars. Oh my gosh. I did not expect cars to be as big as a part as they are this season, and I could not be happier. It is so much fun to just run around in these cars, just goofing off, you know. You don't even have to like get into fights to have fun. You can just drive around in cars, you know, just having fun. I was just like goofing off with my friends just in the cars or on the giant war bus that goes around the island, and I was just having fun. I wasn't even getting into any fights really. the cars with all the vehicle mods that you can put on, and the mythic cars, and like all the nitro, it's just so much fun. I know so many people are really mad about this season, and I'll get into that later, but I don't know, bro. I just love this season so much. It's so chaotic. This is what I'm going to talk about next. This season is super chaotic, but in a good way, okay? Every single moment feels like a trailer moment. Like, you look at the trailer for a Fortnite season, and then you actually get into the game, and it's a lot more tame than it usually is. Every single fight that I get into, I feel like I'm in a trailer moment. It's that insane. Every single time I get into a fight with a bunch of cars, there's always a mythic car that just comes running in, and then you're just ramming into each other, and one dude has a grenade launcher, one dude has a minigun, and they're just shooting at you, and it's just so much stuff is happening, but it's just so much fun. It's just so addicting. Like, even when I die, I'm having so much fun. It's kind of insane. I should not be having this much fun when I'm dying in a video game, but I am. It's just that cool. And the loot pool. I forgot to talk about the loot pool. I don't know how I haven't talked about this yet. The combat shotgun is the best shotgun in the loot pool right now. I'm having so much fun using it. Combat Mythic AR just absolutely shreds. I'm really glad that they brought it back. Thunderburst SMG, Gatekeeper, Enforcer AR. Overall, I really like the loot pool. I do hope that they add the normal combat AR into the loot pool eventually, rather than just the Mythic one. But yeah, I just really love this loot pool so much. And I know I already talked about the map already, but I just want to say this is the best desert biome we've gotten, and I'll die on this L. There's a little, like, kind of deserty, sort of, like, normal biome, you know? And there's also just a full-on sand biome, you know? It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's one area that's just complete sand, and then there's one area that's, like, a little bit of sand on a grassy area, and it's just, it feels so much more, like, big, and the map feels so much more alive with it. Yeah, overall, I really love this season a lot, and now I want to talk about every single person's complaints with it. The sweats. Oh my gosh, the sweats hate this season so much. I already knew that sweats would kind of hate this season since, you know, you actually have to use cars now instead of just being a normal person using guns and builds the whole game. It's just so much fun to me. I don't know. It's just, you're running around, you know, you're busting through a bunch of builds, you know, you're driving around in your cars that you can use, and then you also have the machine turrets on top of the cars. It's just so much fun to just ram through builds. And I gotta say, this season is actually so much more fun in zero builds, because when it's builds, you can just, like, sort of build your way out of the situations. I know I said, like, you're ramming through builds and stuff, but you can still, like, build your way out of the situation that you're in. In zero builds, you can't do anything, so you just have to run around. You know, it's just a lot more chaotic, but it makes it a lot more fun. Overall, I just love this season so much. I don't know, bro. This is the most fun I've had on a season launch in a while, and with the amount of content that it seems like we're gonna be getting, I have a really good feeling about this season. It seems like we're getting Pirates of the Caribbean, some new Fallout guns, a harpoon gun that isn't in the game yet, lots of other stuff. It just looks so much fun, and I'm so excited to see where this season goes. For the season launch and early impressions, I'm going to give this season a 9 out of 10. I really love this. It's such an amazing season. Call me glazing, I don't care, but I just love this season so much. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Oh wait, before I go, quick plug, Worthless Opinions podcast on Thursdays. Come join us. We'll have we'll just be talking about Fortnite on there. Go subscribe. I'll have it linked in the description, or it's on my channel page. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It has me, Twisty, Chase, Remrance, and Aggro on there. Just go subscribe to it. That's all I wanted to say. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10K